Hi guys! I wanted to show you the next part of the project, and this is a watercolor technique if you don't have any watercolors at home. Okay, so all you're going to need for this is washable markers. It's really important that they're washable and not permanent, because if they're permanent they won't bleed with the water. So you need washable markers. We're just using Crayola. You need a piece of plastic wrap. And then you're going to need, the first part of our project was our underwater swimmer, okay? You also could do this project with just like doodling your name or whatever kind of designs you want, but for this particular project, we are going to use our underwater swimmer that was ourselves snorkeling, okay? So what we're going to do next, let me put this guy out of our way. I'm going to get my piece of plastic, all right? And I am going to try to stretch it out. I know it got all crinkly, so try your best to kind of get as much of your plastic uncrinkled. Then we're going to take our watercolors and we are going to, no rhyme or reason, but we are just going to color all over this. You don't have to do any patterns, you don't have to do anything in particular, just doodle colors all over your plastic wrap, all the way out to the corners, so we know we have a lot. This is a little hard to see on the video, but you see me getting that color there. I'm just kind of going all over the place. Maybe I'll do kind of some lines with my blue. Okay, I forgot to mention this. You do want to use colors that are good for water. Okay, so I'm using a blue, a light blue, an aqua, and a purple. All right, so cool colors for this particular underwater picture, because we're going to create the water part of it. So we don't want to use reds or yellows or anything like that to create the water. You could do this with those colors, just not for this particular project. Okay, so I'm gonna now I just kind of did blue all over, so okay, like I said, no patterns, nothing in particular really. You just do the marker all over it. And then I'm going to get my guy. Come down just a little bit so you guys can see him. Okay, if you have a spray bottle, that would be best. If you don't, you can just drip some water on it, but we want to get our paper pretty wet. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I get all the way out to the corners. You can go right over the crayon, that doesn't matter. Okay, so our paper is pretty wet. All right, maybe just a little bit more. Okay, now I'm going to take my marker, I'm going to flip it upside down and lay it right on top. And then watch how those colors are bleeding. Look how cool that is. Okay, I'm just going to smoosh it around. Let's pick this up and move it over so we make sure we get all the way out to our edges. Let's get all the way out to our edges. And as you can see, we went right over the crayon, and because crayon wax will resist the watercolor or the marker, okay, it'll mostly just go right over them. A little bit will go over the top of them, but that's okay because it actually looks like there's water in front of him, and he's actually underwater, or you're underwater. And then those white little bubbles that we put in will start to appear because you can start seeing those. All right. If you have some areas that might have been a little dry, you can always go back in and just add a little water to them, and it'll blend even more. All right, so here we go. We have watercolor without actually having watercolor paints. All right, guys, enjoy. Bye.